Gemini. We're using The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene as kind of like an oracle book. So I'm just going to turn to a page and read whatever I see I need to read. So I'm going to read this, the symbol. Okay. The idol. A piece of stone carved into the shape of a god, perhaps glittering with gold and jewels. The eyes of the worshippers fill the stone with life, imagining it to have real powers. Its shape allows them to see what they want to see, a god, but it is actually just a piece of stone. The god lives in their imaginations. Weird, because this is called The Art of Seduction, and I would not expect that to be in there. So that's interesting, Gemini. You little magicians, you. That's what you are in tarot anyways. Okay, so now let's look at the romance angels. I will have the extended link below. Get that on Vimeo if you're interested. Also, this is for Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising. Could be Mars, anything, honestly. If depending on what's going on in the solar system, really depends on what resonates with you and what doesn't. It could be a totally different sign, something you don't have at all in your chart, really, and it can still resonate. Right now, I'm resonating a lot with Aquarius, and Aquarius is like in my 8th house, and that's about it. So, you know, this could either be you or your person. Take it how it resonates. Don't try to make it fit. But I feel like if you're brought here for a reason. And hopefully you can get some clarity, maybe. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Engagement, reconciliation. Okay. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Interesting. Especially with that little excerpt that we had. Then at the bottom of the deck, free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Maybe you've been worried about this. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. Okay, Gemini. We're using the Archangel Power Tarot cards. Ugh. They're stuck together, and they weren't stuck together in my other readings, so... saying, Gemini, you're in sticky spots. Shuffle one more time. And then we'll get into it. I do have my window open, so it sounds loud, I'm sorry. I was about to say the root of the situation, which is funny because I did that in the Taurus reading. So you might want to check that reading out. And it was all about like root chakra, like clear your root chakra. Ace of Gabriel, foundation of situation. A gift of passion, opportunity, and inspiration. The chance to do something amazing, a sense of wonder. This is the Ace of Wands in Tarot. This is like the spark of something. This is also like the boom boom stick in tarot. But in this card, it's really environmentally. The wands in this deck, for some reason, are very earthy. Instead of angel wings, they have bird wings. Crossing that is the 10 of Michael. A situation has ended and you are finally free. New opportunities for happiness will now follow. Put the past behind you. So there's some spark of some kind. Painful ending, but it's done. Completion. So that you're able to have this new spark. Ace of Wands to me too is also like the boom boom stick. So it could also be like a one night stand or something. Or it could have been someone that was really good in bed. Okay. Let's see what the root of the situation. This is the root now. What is the root? Root. And the root, our lower chakras are like our sexual energy. And if they get stuck, because we want our sexual energy to move up so we can ascend. Again, your love life is ascending to a higher level, more than just sex, okay? Sex is like the lowest, not the lowest vibration, but it's, the act of it is lower vibrational, like porn and stuff like that, if you're not using it to like manifest, you know? And not even like sexual magic or anything like that. Like creation, when we have a baby, that's manifestation. Okay, divine guidance. This is number 5. And that's a 6. So that's a 10. So that's 1. So this is all about like redirection. After a painful ending, you're able to move forward with something. Divine guidance. The search for meaning in life. Consider an alternate approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers or friends. 5s are about transformation. This is the root of the situation. It's all purple. And I see the yin yang symbol, which can be about twin flames, the cross, Star of David, a lot of different religions on here. Purple reminds me of Jesus too. 5 are about change. They're also like pentacles, God's grace on earth. The sun. So we have major arcana, 2 major arcana right off the bat. The sun. This can be Leo energy. 19, which is a 10. Again, 10. Painful ending. Life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. This is in the most recent past. The sun. Could have been a Leo. Could have been something that made you really happy. Or made someone else really happy. The immediate future. Two of Michael. It will be better if you just make a decision over analyzing a problem. Find a compromise. So in the past, sun, something that made you happy. Could have been Leo. In the future, usually the 2 of Michael is someone with 2 swords. There's 2 of swords blocking their heart and with their eyes closed with like a little bandana around their eyes. But this one has 2 unicorns. They're white unicorns, which is definitely very spiritual, pure, with their horns. And then the sun is like lighting them up. So it kind of reminds me of like crown chakras being lit. Twos are about decisions too. You see how there's like the sun in this card too? And the sun, and the sun. Even his head is lit up in divine guidance. In the back. And hers is like barely, but a little bit. And there's 2 swans in this one. So this is 10 of Michael. This is about a painful ending. It doesn't have to be painful. It could be like blocking communication too. The swords are about communication. Logical thinking can be about being cold too. Like it's all about logic, not about emotions. But this person's like taking a bow. The opportunities for happiness will not follow. Put the past behind you. And there's 2 swans beside. So 2 swans, 2 unicorns. Even this dude is on a unicorn. So see how he's on a unicorn? A white unicorn. 2 white unicorns. 3. We have 3 white unicorns. You might want to look up what unicorn means to you. We look it up and see what that could be a sign of. There'll be a bunch, but whatever resonates with you. Okay. Could be something about choice, because we do have 2 unicorns, 2 swans, a little dog, and this one looks like a little beagle. Or a little spaniel, maybe. You know my dogs. Okay. Like the spaniel that's in Sex and the City. Current energy is the wheel. Karma is in your favor. This is your current energy, or the person that you're thinking of, their current energy. New beginnings, end of delays, a change in direction that offers happiness. Change in direction, like a reconciliation. Someone's turning back around. I just got Ace of Base in my head. Don't turn around, because you're going to see my heart breaking. Engagement. This is all about redirection, because that's a 10 and a 5, and that would be a 6. So redirection, 7, unit 7, 8, 9, 10, 10. Cycle is ending, something is starting in your favor. The environment, like, and this is fated. A lot of major arcana, which means that this is divinely orchestrated. Again, okay, another Leo card. This is in your environment. Strength and perspective, and I shuffled these, and these are back to back. You might want to watch the Taurus reading, because this is not the same message, but like kind of the same things are happening. Like two of the same cards popped out, like right one after another, and whatever. Okay, so we have strength. Or no, perspective. There's a better way. Pause for reflection, insight, dare to be different. And then strength. This says number 11, which usually in tarot is number 8, but 11 to me is like twin flame. And we're on like 11 minutes, and 11:43 is always like God saying I love you, or 1:43, anything like that is like I love you to me when I see it. Strength and grace through kindness, self-confidence, forgiveness. So there's a better way. Pause for reflection, insight, dare to be different. Strength and grace through kindness, self-confidence, forgiveness. 11 and 12. It's 23. That's 5. Again, 5. Number 5. Through the situation. And the environment is 5. It's all about a change, transformation. Like something's happening to someone in your environment, or if you're in the environment of this person, that's changing the perspective probably, because there's a better way. Pause for reflection, insight, dare to be different. Could be a Leo that you're dealing with. Strength and grace through kindness, self-confidence, forgiveness. In the past, life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. Something to do with the Leo. Something good might be happening to them, and they're seeing things differently in this situation. Gemini. So the advice is. Could be you seeing a Leo differently. Your perspective on someone in your environment could be changing. Like in the past, maybe they made you happy. Now you're like thinking someone else. 7. Your advice is 7 of Ariel, which this was the foundation of the situation in the Taurus reading. So you might want to look at that. You have invested wisely. Have patience and wait for the harvest. Review your progress and make plans for your next endeavor. And this is 7 of Pentacles. So there's no Pentacles in this card. It just has a wand. So I always think of it as like someone has manifested something and they don't see the fruits of their labor yet, but it's there. Like they don't see her. They're just like waiting. And that's what it's saying. It's saying to wait. Like you have invested wisely. Have patience and wait for the harvest. Review your progress and make plans for your next endeavor. This is your advice. And it's telling you to have patience and wait for the harvest. Review your progress and make plans for your next endeavor. It's your advice. 7s are all about the universe and God working together with you to bring something to life. And Ariel is like Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles. Pentacles are about God's grace. Like you working with God in the universe to bring something into the 3D plane. Okay, way too many. Best possible outcome. 7 of Gabriel, 7 of Wands. Stand up for what you believe in. Have confidence. Claim your personal power. When I see 7 of Wands, I always think of, it's like having the higher ground. And I always think of this as like posting something on social media. Like maybe you're getting some insight. There's like a rainbow-ish colors in the background. And I always think of that as like God's grace, or God's covenant. Like signs from God. Because it's like, when you see the rainbow, it's like my covenant. So there's like signs that you need to post something. And it's like you have the higher ground because you're getting this insight. And I say insight because wands are about desires, passions. It's like the ace of wands is that like lightning hits you idea. Okay, this is like the spark. Usually there's not a person on this card. It's usually just the wand. But this can be like the angel, because see how she has like wings. This could be like the angel or the bird or the omen that you see that makes you have some type of idea. And I always think of this as a post because like when I've done it, like the way I've like taught myself too is like when things happen and I've done readings in my life, I've like been like, okay, this is what this card means. So this can also be too that you've had like some spurt of like some blast of information that you know what to do with. It doesn't have to be this, but usually when this comes out for me, it means that I know I need to like post something on social media for someone to see it, and it might not be anything or anyone I know that I'm posting it for, but it's just like maybe something's happened and it's going to inspire someone or whatever it is. But I just feel like this is like the card, like you've had like divine, you have the higher ground in whatever situation you're in because you've gotten this divine guidance to do something, okay? And you have the higher ground. Let's check out the bottom of the Three of Ariel. Just Three of Pentacles. This, to me, is always like a divine magical encounter, like maybe running into someone by chance. The universe, since there is like a lot of like 7 in this reading, putting you and someone else like in a place can reconciliation. This doesn't have to be like engagement, like ring. This can be like just engaging, like conversation. This can also mean like building something. This can be about a business that it's like about expansion. In the regular deck, it's like people working on a church or like building a church. So it says, do what you love, a time of great personal growth in your career or artistic endeavors, working with others in a cooperative manner. So something to do with work, I feel like, now, and a person. Maybe you're going to meet someone. What's really crazy is these. There's a lot of lit up crown chakras in this reading, okay? So we've got the horns touching. The sun is like shining down on this person, like maybe somebody or you has gotten like some type of insight. Even this divine guidance, crown chakra lit. The wheel, karma's moving in your favor. Might be something you need to hear in your favor. Crown chakra is lit. Both dudes are wearing purple. Both cards are purple. 10 and 5 is 15. It's about redirection. Even the strength card is like spiritual strength, like realizing your strength, the power within you, the 38 trillion cells that we have in our body that all have, that every single one has like 100 trillion atoms just in a single cell. Then we have the receptors, which give off the like chemical impulses, and that's like our power on that 38 trillion. Some are even in the atoms, like some are even in the nucleus. Like we have so much power that we don't even know about yet. Like we only have 175,000 words in the English language, and I say this all the time, and I will not stop saying it. But 38 trillion cells in our body, like with all different types of combinations. Like no two people on this planet are alike. They've never been alike. There's way more than what we know, obviously, but I think people are starting to realize it more. So maybe you're having a different perspective. See how this person is like upside down. This card is right side up, but this person's upside down. And you see how their crown chakra is lit, but they're upside down. They're having to see things differently. And it's like a circus is at the bottom, okay? And then this one is right side up, and their chakra is lit. Like, not every card has a lit chakra. Her chakra's not lit. Her chakra's not lit. His isn't either. He just has the sun above him. Hers is in the background, but his isn't. So I'm just saying it's weird these popped out together, because it's like I feel like somebody's like waking up in your environment, or you're waking up and realizing your strength and your power. And it's 5. This is 5 together combined. 12 and 11 is 5, which is and this is like twin flame card to me, because it's 11. It's usually not. It's usually 8. And Taurus had a lot of twin flame, and Scorpio and Pisces. So you might want to check out the readings. But 23, that would be a 5, which stands for transformation and God's grace. Really, it stands for God's grace, which is funny because that's what this is. Strength and grace through kindness. 5s are God's grace. The Pentacles, God's grace. I just saw 2111. I don't know why. Felt like I need to say that, but I did. And then I feel like I want to say 2121. I just want to say that. 2121. Somebody might need to hear that, especially since we have 11 and 12. Yeah, dare to be different. Dare to be different. God's grace. Oh, I just got chills. This is awesome. Something to do with expansion might be. And this is God's grace too, because this is Pentacles. God's grace here too. 7 of Pentacles. God's grace. God's grace. You're having a new perspective about something that's going to be in your mind right now. And what's crazy too is how many freaking unicorns are in this reading. 1, 2, 3, and then this one doesn't have a horn, or maybe it does. I can't tell if it's a horn or ear, but it's got, obviously it's a unicorn. It has wings. So definitely look into unicorns. All right, we'll get into your extended Gemini.